Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Invasions week 18 day 2. So of course we're still using that very weird team that ends up using 2 of the invasion troops, since we actually have access to 3 of them this week. We're using the guy that has Enrage every single time we end up getting a kill to basically just one-shot them all. Since we do have this as an option, we have, of course, the normal knight that we were using for this week, the one that ended up coming in. This will end up using mostly for its cast damage, as it does have more cast damage than the other one, assuming they have armor. Mountain Crusher to feed them, and Queen Isabel for support. However, we can use pretty much anything there for support. Silver Maiden, another one of these, another one of the Ray troops, like the brown-blue one that we have available, or anything like that. But, yeah, that's pretty much what we're rolling with, and it's been going pretty good so far. Might make some tweaks, like with Queen Isabel or something. I'm still not sure if I'll keep her or not. I kind of want her for the extra attack that it gives to Sir Mordain. But we also need survivability on first slot. And even though Silver Maiden doesn't help us cover another color, it would help us keep him from dying, which might be a better trade-off once we're starting to finally reach areas where we are going to die. Also, we're currently still using Necromancer with it. Obviously, Necromancer is not optimal hero class for this. However, we're still doing it because free EXP, so might as well. We don't need Titan this early on. Maybe a little bit later we will in the week, but at this current moment in time, especially with potion effects, we do not need it yet. Okay, so we got a bit of an issue here. He has 75% reduction, so that's not good. Looks like we just have to keep poking him because he keeps giving us skulls. That's very unfortunate. Could have killed like his entire team pretty much if he wasn't there. But oh well. Well, let's go finally kill him out then. A little overkill, but we need it. Oh, I forgot that blue there. All good though. We'll go throw this onto... Actually, we could get away with doing this on first slot, can't we? Is not enough damage? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. No skull. You can go kill it with that. Get a little bit of mana. Throw it down on everything. And double cast last slot, and then kill it into a skull, most likely. That'll be the game plan. Throw that down. Boom. Throw the other poke down. Don't think we have any cascades there. And then we just... Oh, there we go. And he's dead. And we have that Enrage for 1.5 times damage, which also gets multiplied by 5 times damage. So that is a lot of extra damage. And towers are so hard in early game. I end up doing it okay on my other account with just Mang Spam for the most part. It is somewhat luck-based some battles, but just using Titan Mang is enough to get through all the battles, regardless of whatever other option you have. I end up doing that on my lower level account the other week, 2 weeks ago, I believe that was. We end up doing invasions on that account. And that was the first week that the account was made too. But yeah, Titanwood Mang is enough to solo it. You just have to keep being careful with how you take your moves. We didn't get like super far with it. I think we went up to obviously 4 towers, and I think we got around 15 of the 4 battles done. I forget exactly how many. So we didn't go super deep, but we still went somewhat deep. Also, why did I use that? That armor reduction had absolutely no effect there. Let's see. I'm actually not going to target that. Yeah, he would have lived if I did. A good thing we didn't. So we'll go for that. And by lived, I mean we wouldn't have been able to clip it with Queen Isabel. It was the whole point of doing that. Okay, this should give him at least 4 mana. So we'll do that. That'll get him up. And then we simply throw this onto his last slot there. And then we just kill it with that. Hope you're using your honors now. I've been giving them out slowly to people. I've mostly been giving them to lower levels, though, for the most part. Still haven't gotten it max yet, though. We're almost there. We are so close. Maybe we should go say hi to global chat. Let's say hi to all the globals. Never mind. That's my thingy thing. Anyways, hello, everyone. I am streaming Gems of War Invasions and Does on YouTube at Tacet the Terror. If anyone is interested, we'll have a redeem code soon. Someone's already there. Let's see. Do we go give a tower? Wait. Oh no, these always go to the end of your thing. But yeah, I guess we'll put a little tower there. Why not? Add the little tower. Let's see. Hello! There we go. Anyways, let's go say hi to a couple of the other global chats. But yeah, we should have max renown by this week. I don't see why we wouldn't have it by the end of this week. Could theoretically have it tomorrow if I like stay in global chat all day. I have a few other things I need to do though. But we should have it pretty soon. We're like only like 10 away or so from having max max thingy. And if I do get it tomorrow, I might actually be able to go over on Thursday then. I'll go over it most likely the day after we get it maxed. Or definitely the Monday we get after we get it maxed, if nothing else. Let's see. There's not too much to really go over with it though. But I still want to, since I haven't covered a video on it yet. Anyways, that should be good. Let's go back to Global 1. Say hi to the peoples. And we'll be good to go. Anyways. Where were we? Wait, what did he say? You've never seen a Tacet stream. How could he? No, just kidding. Actually, a lot of people haven't seen my streams. I'm pretty sure like only 1 to 5% of the player base have even seen like one of my streams. Hello! Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone. Let me go do that now in case there was any questions backed up. Hello, William! Hello, DeCreo! Hello, Zeddicus! Good evening! Hello, Dizen! Hello, DeCreo again. Let's see. Is there a hero class that has Darkstorm every turn? No. There are a few hero classes that can start with Darkstorm for 4 turns. One of them is actually Necromancer, which we're using now. I forget what the full list is off the top of my head. But there are some hero classes that do have the ability to start with 4 turns of Darkstorm. But there is no hero class in the entire game, nor will there ever be a hero class in the game that has Perpetual Purple Storm. So far, they've only been giving it to one troop, the Perpetual Storm things. And they don't repeat any of them. And the only one that's on a hero class is Perpetual Red Storm off of Sunspear. And that's it. And they still haven't given any of the other ones out to heroes specifically. But no, 4 turns of Darkstorm is all you get off a hero. It's still good, though. Normally, that's more than enough time to win when you're doing a soul farming team. That also means there's a few hero classes in the game that you could passively level while doing that, instead of using Umberwolf. Umberwolf, if you're going about it just from a soul perspective, you should pretty much just be using Umberwolf because it's quicker. However, it is more resource efficient to actually use a hero class there, like Necromancer or anything else that uses purple that might end up needing it. Yeah, let's kill it with that ability, and we're good to go. Okay, where were we? Hello, Mulu. Hello, Starlight. Let's see. Hello, Daniel. They're going for level 500 Sea of Sorrows Pure Faction team today. Very nice. I was considering it. It does have the option of using the same team we used before. Mountain Crusher, High King Iron Gut, Zugoth, or Apothecary. Either or, whichever one you want to use. Followed by Possessed King. And yeah, that team is available for today. And on Tuesday events, instead of doing every battle, you could just rush through all of the battles, rush to 500, and then just get your Pure Faction done. I didn't opt for doing it just because it is pretty pricey. It does cost around 2,000 gems or so. Maybe a little bit less than that. And especially since you have to rush through some of the battles, you're basically wasting all the shards you could potentially be gaining and all that. So, yeah, I didn't really opt for it today. Plus, I didn't have enough time. But that was probably the main reason. Most Tuesdays, most people probably wouldn't have enough time. Since it's right smack in the middle of the week. It's a really weird day to have to do it. But anyways, yeah, we might do it eventually on a Tuesday. If I do it for one, I think I'm going to do it for Hall of Guardians. And the main reason is Hall of Guardians is the only faction I still have at under 150. Every other faction I have at 150 except for Hall of Guardians, which is sitting at 120 right now. And is really bothering me. So I think the next Hall of Guardians, I'm actually going to go for 500 off of it, using potions, of course. Maybe we'll do a Tuesday-long stream for that. What day does that actually come out to? Oh, you know what? I might actually have a appointment that day. Let's see. May something on a Tuesday I have an appointment. Let me double-check. What's it right now? Sea of Sorrows? We can actually figure that out. That's actually kind of funny. Maybe, never mind. Maybe we won't be. I actually have a pretty important doctor's appointment that day, possibly. That's kind of funny if that does fall exactly on that. Let's see. Anyways, let me go double check real quick. So we are on Sea of Sorrows. So what's the easiest way to check? Actually, you know what one way we could check? I believe the portraits here are in order. Correct, right? Yeah, so we're at Sea of Sorrows. So next one is that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, never mind. It won't fall on the same day. Okay, I should actually be free that day. So I'll probably do that then. The next Hall of Guardians event, I think we do Pure Faction on. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the beginning of this? 5, 6. Why is that in weird order? That's weird. Why are these two reversed? The rest of them are in order except for those two. But yeah, it should be in 6 weeks from now. And 6 weeks from now is not that day. 6 weeks from now is, let's see if that's it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no! Is it actually exactly on the day I'm actually doing something? What a gigantic fail. I might still have enough time though, because it's not like it's taking literally all day. But that does mean I won't be able to start the stream as early. But that is a gigantic fail. 6 weeks is May 28th. And I actually already planned a doctor appointment for that day. Well, that's a gigantic fail. And it's right smack in the middle of the day, too. Oh, well, not that big a deal. We'll probably still have enough time to do it. Anyways, let's go head back to Invasions. It just means the stream wouldn't be as early. And we'll just do it into the night. That is pretty funny, though. I just made that, like, a couple days ago, too. Let's see. Anyways. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Starlight. Hello, Haley. Hello, Demon or Angel. Or Demonic Angel, I mean. Hello, Squidgy. What is Honor? Switch player here. Oh, Honor does not actually, it's not actually currently on Nintendo Switch version. Nintendo Switch version is still slightly behind as far as patches are concerned, since it just started up like 3 weeks ago or so. But, yeah, basically Honor is just a system that they have set up in the game to basically help self-moderate the game. It's pretty pointless. It's basically just something that you hand to people just to say, hey, thanks for doing whatever, being helpful or helping out in global chat or anything like that. It's a pretty trivial system. However, there is a very small reward system attached to it. And that was basically what I was going to go over in a video if I, once we finally get it maxed, just so we can go over all the rewards that it ends up giving throughout it all. But no, it's a pretty trivial system that basically just helps the game slightly self-moderate itself. They also ended up adding a actual report system into the game itself during the patch. Switch version still doesn't have it, but it should in the very near future. I believe Switch is getting it by the end of, actually maybe not by the end of this month, but probably by sometime in May. We should hopefully be getting up-to-date version-wise. We'll still be behind on content on the Switch version, but the actual version, the version that it's running on, should be the same within the next month or so. Though no official date has been given for it yet. And the next patch that's coming, they actually already confirmed last night, 4.35. One of the reasons we didn't know much about it is it's actually not much of a patch. All they're really doing with next patch is a really mini patch, or for all the main versions of the game. All that's really going to be happening is a little mini patch. It's basically just going to be optimizing some stuff, fixing some bugs, and fixing platform-specific issues. So that's really nice that they're actually getting around to do issues. Unfortunately, it's probably not bringing in any like real content to it, or very, very minimally if it does. But yeah, it's mainly just a fix everything patch, which is nice to have occasionally, of course. Is one of the minier patches anyways. The smaller versions are always the minier ones. And in that time, that'll give them plenty of time to also get Nintendo Switch up to date. So that'll be good. Okay, let's take that skull, and he's definitely dead. Oh yeah, Rope Dart has been very, very annoying. It's always been a good weapon since it came out. It's just, ever since Quillin and a few other combos came into the game, it's just been starting to be spammed like crazy. But yeah, it is insanely good with skull spam. Always has been since the day it came out. It just, now it actually has combos that are good. Like many of those old event weapons, they basically come in, not necessarily useless, but to a point where they're not exactly usable. But then something happens, gets added to the game that makes them just ridiculously broken. And that's basically what happened with Rope Dart. It is counterable, it's just really annoying to deal with. Okay, let's use that to get rid of the barrier there. Any skull will kill, and we have no skulls. What do I even grab here? Alright, let's take a brown for now. Anyways, Mountain Crusher everything. Take that and just take a skull, and he's dead. Hello there, Steve! Welcome! I know, stream went down. Okay, so we're back. Hello, Junior, as well. Welcome. Look at that cascade. Double skull. We didn't even take a single move yet, and we already got a double kill. Good job, Potions. Yeah, that's why I'm going to be considering, I think, every single Tuesday event now. Even though it's 60 gems more, and they probably put it there just so people would try spending 60 gems more. But I believe I am going for that Explosion Potion. It's actually amazing how perfectly they set up every single tier to make it so you have to go to the next tier. Like, they did that almost perfectly in every single event. And I'm pretty sure that was done deliberately as well, just to get people to slightly sink more gems. But every event actually has it set up pretty decently in that regard. As far as the tiers for all this, like let's say for invasions or raids, normally people would stop at tier 3 or tier 4. So they add a portrait to tier 4, so tier 3 people will go to tier 4. They added the emoji set to tier 5, so people who normally go to tier 4, which is optimal value, will instead waste some gems and go to tier 5. They did the same thing for these events, where most people will go to tier 1 on a Tuesday, but you actually save quite a bit of time by going to tier 2 because of the explosions. And yeah, there's almost everything about them. He's just trying to get you to spend slightly more gems, though it's normally so beneficial, at least in that case too, that it's actually worth kind of spending those gems. Like 60 gems once a week isn't really going to kill us to have to spend that little bit extra. So of course, if we keep spending a little bit here and there, it just keeps adding up. We keep having to spend a little bit more everywhere. Because we spent 350 more gems on this event than we normally would. Though, of course, no emoji pack's pretty pointless. I still like collecting them, though, because why not? Once we dip under about 15,000 gems, I'll probably stop. But we are a while away from dipping under 15,000 gems. That is for sure. And the only reason I want to keep that many gems around is as an absolute backup for obtaining mythics. However, we should be pretty good on mythics these days. Counting seals, we're currently sitting on around 11,000 gem keys or so. Plus we have a little over 5,000 event keys. So in that regard, we're kind of fine. The only big issue... Oh, we're out of sigils. The only big issue with that is we always have to get every single new mythic in order to show it for a video. So even if it's bad, I can't really skip it and use diamonds for it. It's one of the reasons I have so many diamonds. We have enough to craft like 10 mythics right now or something. No, stop giving me greens. That's like 4 in a row. That better not be double green. That better not be double green. Anyways, let's keep going then. Let's go over to the invasion event. Or not invasion event. The, what's it called? The faction event for today. Actually, before I do, let me go do dungeons before I forget. I feel like I've missed dungeon a few times a month. Just because there's just those occasional days where I absolutely forget about it. Is Yasmin Chosen worth crafting? No. Mostly no. You would have to have like a dozen other mythics before she's worth crafting. She does give you +1 attack though, assuming you can get Forest of Thorns to 10 stars or higher. The kingdom itself can also be raised all the way to 14 stars. Mine's currently at 12 just because we are lacking the pet at max level to be able to get it that far. But yeah, if you have it so it can get to like 12 star, 13 star, 14 star, or even just 10 star, it's probably worth getting, possibly. It's definitely not a good mythic to use. You very rarely ever use it. Very occasionally Green Guild War Day, and ever so very occasionally in Delves. Though these days with how Delve meta is, you probably don't really need it for Delves. But yeah, I wouldn't really bother with her. Like her as a troop you won't really need. But you'd just be doing it solely for the kingdom upgrade if you were to get it. Because she's in middle priority of troops. She's not one that you would get to actually use. You would just get her because of the bonus that she'd be able to give you, which is +1 attack, as well as slightly higher tribute for Forest of Thorns. So, of course, mainly for the +1 attack. What do you think about your team in Invasions? Mang, Sir Ebonot, Lord Ember, and Queen Jezebel. Sounds good. I don't think you would really need to make much of an adjustment to that. If your Sir Ebonheart is not traded for whatever reason, you might want to put your Lord Ember in front of it. But just to feed red to your Mang and Ebonot a bit better. But other than that, Yeah, seems like it'll be fine. Okay, we'll take a red there. Get her destroyed. I should kill him because 2 times damage off a death mark. Get our double kill there. Also, I wish they would add a really good skull spamming, or not really skull spamming, but a really good, I don't know, something with Hunter's Mark. There's quite a few hero classes that have Hunter's Mark, but I don't know, I just don't feel like any of them really utilize them properly. Even Thief hero class, which is a really good hero class, doesn't feel like it uses it well. Even a skull spam hero class like Assassin, the way that it distributes its damage, it feels like it doesn't really use it either. They don't really have any of them that do like extra damage or explosions or anything onto their ability. Anyways, let me go buy 2 tiers. We're gonna waste 60 gems here to go get another tier. It's not like we're completely wasting it though. We get a really trivial amount of gold, 1 treasure, a trivial amount of shards, and 1 extra battle. So it's not a complete waste. But the main reason I'm buying this, even though it costs 60 gems, is of course for the Potion of Explosion, which will drastically increase the speed at which we can actually win these, since Potion of Explosion will give us 4 explosions at the start of every battle. Yeah, we're going to roll with that, even though it does waste 60 gems, but with that stack, I don't think that's really going to matter much. Okay, also this delve has that really annoying format with how the room is set up, or the shape of it. Wow, a lot of 1.2 rooms. But yeah, because the tier 2 rooms normally only are 1.15 or 1.2, you basically only have to scout these 2 and these 2 more often than not. You have to see if this path is more value than this path, and normally it is because of the tier 5 room that it has. But with all the 1.4 rooms and other stuff that they started adding, might not always be the case. Actually, I don't even think I've done Sea of Stars for ages since they've actually added those. Well, definitely since they haven't added the most recent cycle of them. The new ones that they added. But anyways, this is the team I ended up running ages ago when we ended up running for level 500. We used Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, High King, Iron Gut, and Possessed King. Obviously, that is not what we're using now, though, because that would be a bit too slow. I don't know, do we just stick with double standard Gargoyle? Trying to think of like an AoE that would have enough damage with the potions. I do only have this delve at level 100, so yeah, we probably just stick with double Gargoyle then. Just go and rush it immediately up and go from there. And instead of using Plague Lord, we'll go use it with, I guess for now we can just use it with Necromancer or something. I don't want to use it with Sentinel just because I still want half mana start. Or then again, I don't know, with all the potion effect, would it really be that much slower? You know what? I guess we'll keep it to this. Instead of going Banish, though, let's go +1 brown. And yeah, let's go without a half mana start. Or you know what? 15% start. That is only 1 mana for everything. Never mind. But still, 1 mana to everything. That's technically a 3 mana start. Is that worth it? I guess these earlier battles, it kind of is. Okay, we'll go with this. Instead of 50% start, we'll have 15% start on everything. Which is a little bit weird because it does round down, and I believe all of them only get 1 mana from that 15%, even though some of them are at 14, some of them are at 11. I'm pretty sure it rounds down to just 1. But, yeah, let's roll that for now. And our banner's already set correctly. +2 brown, +1 blue. Which is technically +3 brown because of the... Oh, never mind. We ended up setting to 15% instead. But, I don't know. We'll go with this and just see what happens. Maybe we'll switch it. At least for this first delve, it won't really matter much. The first few delves anyways. Go with a Doom team? Oh, yeah, we could go into Doom spam. But they take a while to get their thing going, don't they? Because we'd have to individually kill all of them. We could probably do that once we reach around 50 or 60. I think it might be too slow for these initial ones, though. Where we basically just one-shot them by looking at them. Okay, so we'll take that yellow there. Grab a hit right there. The struggle of not having a full AoE. And then let's go Mountain Crusher, kill it. Actually, Apothecary, you should have alignment, right? No. Yes. Do that onto yellow. And it was killed with that Gargoyle. If you tie redeem codes to dungeon completion, we will never get, we will never let you forget. Well, that's going to take a while if we wait until we go on, oh wait, actually. Oh yeah. That would be an interesting way of, never forgetting dungeons. I thought you said delves for a second. I was going to say, yeah. Those we don't even do on stream sometimes. Because, they just take too long, occasionally. But, yeah, we could tie it to, dungeons. If that's the case, then we already need to have handed it out. Yeah, I'll go hand it out after, I guess, this current delve that we're on. I'll hand out a code. Yeah, I would never forget again if we tied it to every nightly stream we give out the code after we do dungeons. Yeah, we'll never forget to do them again if we do it that way. That's for sure. Also, hello, Pickle Rick. Hello, Javier. Welcome. Also, hello, McCoy. Yeah, we'll need to revamp this team into something. I'm just not sure yet. Need to keep thinking it over as we're messing around with them. Because the teams that you build now are slightly different now that you have access to potions. Potions changes the way that you need to build these teams compared to how you normally would. Because having those potion effects, you gain quite a bit more of a benefit from covering every color. You also get quite a bit of a benefit from the fact that basically everything on your team has a guaranteed cast due to starting with enchant. And almost nothing in Delves has a counter to enchant. So why am I even using Mountain Crusher this early? I don't even need Mountain Crusher. And if nothing else, at least we're gaining a bunch of Sentinel EXP. Using a team of centaurs on the faction thing and it's working fine. Yeah, you could probably get away with that. Azura and 2 times Taloka. Wait, what is Taloka? Taloka has that split damage thing. Wait, doesn't he have 2 times or 3 times damage based on Storm? Yeah, and then you'd have Mountain Crusher Storm. What do you need Azura for that, though? What is Azura doing in that team? Just mana generation? Yeah, we can go test it real quick and just see. It's also quite a bit of damage per extra turn. Isn't that 20, if I'm not mistaken? Per extra turn. Can definitely stack up to be quite a bit. Especially for these smaller delves, which are almost all the delves that we're going to be doing on a day like this. Yeah, Taloka I haven't used in a while. He's kind of like Sunbird, except he has a weird condition attached to him, which normally makes it not viable to use. However, in some teams, like Mountain Crusher teams, it actually does work pretty well. Since he only requires any storm, it doesn't specifically have to be any specific one, just any. So it gives him a lot more versatility compared to something like Asuna that requires just red storm, which ends up making her near useless because of it. Hello, Phantom! Welcome. Okay, take this room, take the other room, and then we'll try the Taloka team. See what happens with it. Wish there was a good half-mana start team for every single delve. The problem is most half-mana start teams fall off by, if you're just running like AoEs or something, they normally fall off by around 80 or so. Lore 80. Assuming you have it leveled to 100. The faction, that is. Anyways, gotta deal with this Valraven. Let's just explode everything. Actually, before we explode everything, let's just go kill the Valraven directly. Just to make sure it doesn't escape. And let's kill it with that skull because our damage is already so high. And there we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to run this Tuesday event without those potions. It wastes 60 gems, but the amount of time that it saves, we can easily do, even though we get 1 additional battle, which could theoretically be 3 additional battles because of Valraven, which in itself almost makes it worth it, just being able to do 3 more battles for 60 gems. But the amount of time that that potion saves, it pretty much makes all those battles. And basically, doing those 1 or 3 battles takes the same time or less time than doing 1 or 3 less battles with only having enchant instead of explosion on top of it. Anyways, we'll go change our team up. Let me just make sure I know what path we're doing first. Looks like we're doing... Oh, they're all 1.25? Interesting. Okay, so we'll go boom, 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 and take whatever those 2 are. Looks like it doesn't matter, because they're both basically the same. Anyways, let's go test out a Taloka team real quick. Who knows, maybe we'll miss in match. Taloka... Wow, I don't have a max yet? I never even realized that. Should I go max him? If I had event keys right now, I'd probably keep spending them until we actually had them maxed. Unfortunately, we don't. I don't think I want to waste a blue orb for it, though. Though that almost seems tempting if we're actually going to use it. But, let's see. So we get to 10 damage every single extra turn for 20 damage if 2 of them. And it's dealing about 99 scatter, which is quite a bit less than him. But for these earlier ones, I guess that'd be fine. We could also just do a mix. I know, that's actually a lot less damage, though. Isn't it? That's basically 100 damage. Whereas Gargoyle right now is coming out to way more than that. Like, way more than that. Of course, he does have that 10 damage every extra turn thingy. But if we take, let's just assume 200, because he has 59 attacks. So we have at minimum 200, which is divide that by 3 and then add 37 to it. Let's see. So at minimum, absolute minimum, we are doing over 200 damage per Gargoyle cast, whereas he's only doing 100 or so. So I might just keep a Gargoyles then. He does split it to everything though, and he does have that 10 damage thingy. But it's basically half the damage of Gargoyle. Even if we had it Mythic, it would be about half the damage of Gargoyle. Replace out Ubistep for one of the Gargoyles. Would that cover another color? Yes, it would. I guess we could do that. That would allow cleaning up easier. We'll go to that, I guess. Yeah, let's roll with that then. We're still missing purple, right? Yeah, that's the only color we're missing. But yeah, we'll go with that. That helps us cover yellow, so we get one more color in there. Also allows cleanup a little bit better. Plus, we gain higher attack each turn, which, even though it's only 1 per turn, that also does help Gargoyle's damage ever so slightly. The only issue with this is it does make his ability go up slower. But normally we only need 1 Gargoyle into Ubistet anyway, so I guess it won't really matter. So right here, we'll go and just take a red for now. We'll get a little bit of excess mana. That would be a full Gargoyle if that was a Gargoyle, but it won't really matter that much. And then we throw it there, and then instead. Yeah, we need to get an excess of mana to actually fill them. But yeah, I think we'll still keep rolling with this. Gargoyle just gets such insanely good value from when you have higher stats. That's the only big issue, because you gain attack at twice the rate that you gain magic. So Gargoyle is almost always with higher level. The higher your horde is, the more value Gargoyle is going to get. It's one of the main reasons why you always see me running Gargoyle in factions. You almost never see me running it anywhere else. But when it comes to low-level factions, you'll see me use it almost every time. And the main reason for this is up to level 100 faction, or really whatever level faction you're going up to, doesn't even matter. You're getting about twice as much attack as you're getting magic. And since he has a 3-to-1 boost ratio, you're actually gaining more overall value from having the horde higher because of his attack value. If it was a 4-to-1, then it would be a little bit different. But given that it's 3-to-1, it's yeah, it's pretty much just better to almost always run Gargoyle for lower level delves. It's because compared to almost any other troop, you'd get the most amount of value of it. Same as any troops that boost based on various stats, particularly attack, HP, and armor. All have a similar effect to him. The only reason why Gargoyle tends to be one of the more preferred ones is because he has mana accumulation that occurs off his ability, which is very helpful for potentially getting extra turns or follow-ups. That will do that. Oh, why did I do that there? I should have done it 1 up, so we could have killed it with a single skull there. I'd almost kill with Ubistet. There we go. What was your team? Jar of Eyes, Glaceon, Bloodhammer. Oh yeah, that team would work. But you wouldn't throw that in until a little bit later. I think it would still be too slow for these earlier ones. But once we reach like 60 or 70 or 80, we could start doing skull spam. You don't really need skull spam more often, not till around 80 to 200 or so. I would say is where skull spam works best if you're just using like Doom Skull spam or something like that. This early on, I think it's still quicker doing this, because we get our mana instantly, triple kill, and pretty much go from there. Actually, we're not at triple kill with that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll go test it. Been using so many delves recently that have higher stats that I keep forgetting. It actually falls off from getting that kill quite a bit earlier. And also, I'm aiming them incorrectly as well. I'm not sure why. I need to be aiming at 2nd slot, then 4th slot. That's how you always use Gargoyle and Ketris. Pretty much the whole premise of the troops, because that distributes their damage a bit better than however I was just casting them. Oh, I think it's because we keep accidentally clipping the 1st slot. That's probably why. There we go. Oh, so hello, Steph. Welcome. Yeah, I guess we'll go try a Doom Skull team. Why not? Let's see. We would need to change our hero, though. I do ideally want to try sticking with a hero that we do need EXP for, however. It means I might need to revamp that team slightly. Oh, so what is the point of High Forge on that team, by the way? Oh, it's to give Bloodhammer half mana. Wait, is Bloodhammer a dwarf? Yeah, I guess he is. Glaceon isn't, but Bloodhammer is. He's a undead dwarf, if I'm not mistaken. What do we take here? Blue for now. Grab a convert on that. Get this Mountain Crusher down to feed everything. And it should be mad. Oh, you ruined it. You're fine, we'll do that. And then just Super Stack kill those two. And dead. Okay, next room, this one right over here. And in the final room. And we'll test some other team. What class am I currently using, or just what class for what? Let's see. I'm currently using Sentinel right now. This is not optimal for the team we're currently doing. But I'm just trying to level it some. Which is why I'm currently using Sentinel. It's actually making these battles go ever so slightly slower. Because we don't have any amount of Mana Star. Actually, I do have them set to 15% Mana Star, oddly enough. Which is kind of funny. Our whole entire team gets to start with it. But obviously, that's pretty trivial. I wish they would have made it like 25% or something. At least then it would be somewhat usable. Also, it'd be easier to tell how much mana something would actually get as well. 15% is really hard to tell on most troops. Especially with how they have the rounding system. Yeah, okay, let's get a Mountain Crusher down. Get a Gargoyle in there. And maybe Super Stack kill or Gargoyle kill, whichever one ends up getting up first. At this point, I think it's just going to be the Gargoyle the second time. Yeah, this is why you normally use Gargoyle with this initially as well. It just takes too much mana initially. There we go. And he just dies off of Ubistet's ability. There we go. Hey, level 88 Sentinel. Still got another 12 levels to go, though. Gonna take a little while. Obviously, we're not doing that yet, but do need to start getting that up. Anyways, let's go try another team. At this point, we're just going to try a different team every single time. I guess we'll go Doom Skull Spam team or Skull Spam team in general. However, I think we are going to revamp it slightly. As I do ideally want to keep using Sentinel. So I'm almost considering a Keeper of Souls version of it then. Just so we have it a bit more controlled. Like Keeper of Souls into something. Let's see, we're using blue. What are the good double skull spammers that do two? Actually, you know what? Let's just type in skull and see what we have. We should have plenty. We have brown, so getting every single skull option that exists on brown. A lot of things have the word skull in it, but that's because they have on skull effects, which are getting in the way of creation of skulls. And I can't just say skull because things that have doom skulls wouldn't come up if I did that. Let's see. Wow, way too many things have on skull effects. This is barely even making our options go lower. Wait. Isn't there effect? Convert gems. Is there a create skulls anywheres? Skull. Let's see. Is there not a skull creation option? Really? You'd assume that would be one. With all the things that they have here. Weird. Well, let's just go with where to go? Create gems. And type in skull, and then convert gems and type in skull. Oh no, still too many come up. Why you gotta be like this? No. Okay, there's just no good in-game search. There's some external ways to search for it. Anyways, I'm just gonna go with Keeper of Souls and something else. Keep it simple. Wait, why is Keeper not coming up? Hello? Hello? There we go. Keeper of Souls, and... we could still fit a Gargoyle in there. I'm almost tempted to. Bloodhammer, there's... trying to think of some of the other... What's the blue versions of Double Skulls? Trying to think of one. I know there has to be at least one. Let's see, what does this thing say? Actually, let's type in Skulls instead of Skull. Nope, that still brings up way too many. I'm looking for blue Skull Spammer that is going to fit there. I'm trying to look for one of the double converter ones. Was there not one? I just sworn that there is. But I forget what it is off the top of my head if there is one. Ah, Zukov! No, that's a little bit too high of mana cost. Way too high of a mana cost for what we're doing right now. Or trying to do right now. Oh no, let's stick with Gargoyle at this point. And just use that single focus Keeper of Souls to get a bunch of pokes down. So what am I doing? I need to have just blue search on. I guess we can't really do that if we're doing this. Because we'll always make it so you can't touch the other one, which is really annoying that you can't search for whatever you want. Because it blocks it out in this mode. And if I go and backspace out, it's going to get rid of all this searching. But, I don't know. I guess we're just going to go for a Gargoyle for now. We can still revamp it. Yeah, we could check under Convert, but there's still going to be a billion options if we type in Convert and Skull. If we do this. Convert Gems and type in Skulls. Let's see. Okay, never mind. That isn't as bad. However, where are all of our blue options? There are none. Not a single one of these crate skulls that are blue. So we don't have an option. Let's see. So yeah, we'll just go with Gargoyle for now. Better, we could just put like a Shegra or something in there. One of the two. Let's keep it in a skull spam theme. So given that we're still earlier on, I'm not sure if that would be worth it compared to Gargoyle. But you know what? We'll go with this for now. Let's just see what happens if nothing else. And we'll keep using Sentinel because why not? Okay, let's go give this a shot. Yeah, that's definitely a small quality of life thing we need for the next patch. I have no clue how they did not have an option to just find things that create skulls in there. That'd make things so much easier. Okay, so we're going to try doing this really randomly. We're going to go with Shegra and hope it doesn't miss. And we're going to go with Keeper of Souls and wipe his entire team. There we go. That's the game plan for now. That is the game plan. Is skull spam into another skull spam. Ah, it ruined my browns. But we just do this. Also, I need to make sure I never convert out red when we're using this team. You can convert out pretty much anything. Just don't touch red. Because only Shegra is allowed to touch red. There we go. Feels weird using Keeper of Souls Shegra combo. That is like ancient history. That was good like 2-3 years ago. But in this particular context, it is working. Oh, it's actually worth going for that 1.5, even though it's blocked by a 1.2. Oh, there's one issue that we're going to come up with. I forgot. I do not have a way to hit through skulls because I don't have Enrage currently set. Because I'm not using Titan or something. I can use Enrage. Because normally if you use Skull Spam and Delves, you set it to Enrage so that you can constantly keep hitting through everything. Oh, we don't currently have it, so we have a slight issue. Okay, we'll get rid of blues here. Then we should just be able to Shegra, and then we'll explode everything and go from there. Ooh, that's a big miss. Let's see, I have this slight issue. Move us too if we don't get an extra turn here. Oh no, we are moved. Which is really bad. That makes that even worse. What can we do here? And let's go with Shegra. Yeah, I think we're going to ditch the skull options and just stick with something basic, like Gargoyle Spam. Let's see. I'll take a blue for now. Because I do want to try using Sentinel with all this just so we gain the XP for it. We'll gain a whole nother level if we keep it doing it. It's not really going to slow us down too much. We're going to go for Shegra here and hope it doesn't miss. Good. We'll be able to get a Keeper follow-up. Nope, not quite. Still don't believe we have it. Yes, we do. Green. We'll grab it on green right there. Taking a Skull Poke. That'll give us Mountain Crusher. And I'll pretty much be full mana for everything. Actually, I might as well just use Apothecary. Assuming it has alignment, which it does. Go to that. Throw a Shegra... No. Shegra, no. And then just get a kill off of that. That's all. I could have just taken a Skull. That also would have killed. Then we take these two and then head to just two smaller rooms. Oh, excuse me. Okay. What do we take here? We'll stick that yellow into Skull there. Grab a nice Apothecary onto all that mess. And then we should be good to go. Already have guaranteed Shegra, so get it whenever we have it. Throw that down on blues. Actually, you know what? I just realized something funny, though there'd be no point in doing it. But the really, really old meta from like 2.5 years ago is actually usable for this place. It is, oh, what was it again? It was Aberrath, Valkyrie. Oh, no, we can't use Valkyrie here. We'd have to use a slightly different version. Never mind. Green Slime and Keeper of Souls. But the team was Aberrath, Valkyrie, Green Slime, Keeper of Souls. At one point was the strongest team in the game. Alright, that should be matched. Let's do that. Take another Skull. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this for an extra turn because I have a feeling he's going to revive. Okay, there we go. He'll revive for you. And even if he did, he would just instantly die to all the follow-up Skulls. What do you mean? Is the punish permanent or only for the next delve? The way that potions work is they only last for the current event that is active. So if you buy them today for the invasion event that is going on right now, they will only be active specifically for that invasion event and not for any other location, not even delves of the same kind, only specifically for the battles that you use Sigil for in the invasion event. I mean, not invasion, I mean, in the delve event. And, it just expires as soon as the event is over. So the ones that we bought today will expire for this specific event. Will expire, of course, as soon as the event ends in like 6 hours from now or so. And same as the invasion ones that are going on for invasions this week. Those will last for the entirety of the invasion event. They will only last specifically in invasions. And they will expire on Monday reset once it switches over to next week's event. And they are always active automatically and only for the event that they are purchased from. Yes, Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Gargoyle is the fastest way. We were just messing around with some other teams. We're probably going to switch back to the Gargoyle thing right after this battle. You can get away with Doom Skull spam most likely. But we'd have to change our hero class and do a couple other adjustments that are going to make us gain less resources. And you normally would only do that once you start getting a bit deeper. Like 80 plus or 100 plus or so. And we're not planning on going that deep. Yeah, we're just going to stick with Gargoyle, I believe. That's normally the go-to way of doing every single delve, for the most part. Assuming that it actually allows Gargoyle to be used. Which quite a few delves do. Okay, 2 more rooms. Yeah, we went with, the main team we normally go with here is, Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, and 2 times Gargoyle is the way we normally go. We were just messing around with other teams. Also, after this delve, I'll hand out a redeem code, since I actually didn't already yet. I'll need to make sure I go do that. If I'll ever end his turn. I guess we could try it with Possessed King instead. The whole reason for the Apothecary, though, is, for the cleanse more so than anything. And of course it creates brown, but more so for the cleanse, so we don't have to deal with freeze or other similar mechanics. Okay, and then we'll take out this final room and then head over to back to Gargoyles. And I'll probably switch our banner thingy up to +1 brown now as well. Since the 15% mana start that only gives us like 4 mana isn't really going to be as good. Once we start getting later, when we start needing more than 1 cast. When we only needed 1 cast, it was fine. When we start needing multiple casts, that 15% is basically 0. So throw this, hopefully it doesn't miss. Ooh, it did. Ow. Well, luckily it doesn't matter if we actually lose Apothecary. Let me actually get unfrozen just so we can do skull spam. If you are frozen on first slot, you will lose your turn if you try taking an extra turn skull. So we have to get rid of that. Hello, board. What is our move here? Looks like we have to get rid of brown, which is obviously not what we exactly want to do, but don't really have a choice there. And it looks like she'll die, but next skull follow-up kills. So let's do that, and she should be dead off of pretty much anything. Let's kill that with Shegra. And dead. Hey, and we got a summon. Not like that matters. There we go. Okay, anyways, let's go back to Gargoyles. Back to the Gargoyle. Okay, 2 things we need to change real quick. Sentinel, change you back to, I guess this, it's your +1 brown. They only have Submerge here, which if we're using Gargoyles, doesn't actually matter if they have Submerge. And then we'll switch back to double Garg. And we'll just roll with that, as we normally do. There we go, banner's already set correctly, and should be good to go now. Do you recommend running away the last room for early game players? Prior to having a delve at quality level 10, yes, you should pretty much always run away. Otherwise, you camp level 20. But yes, in early game, through the entirety of early game and most of mid game, you essentially just run away from every single battle you ever do. Or not run away from every single battle, but you know, every single delve, you run away right before the final battle of the delve. And you just keep camping level 20. And then once you finally have quality level 10 for your first delve, you keep camping that, but you camp it at level 20 full completion, which brings it down to a 1x multiplier. However, you get 4 additional chests from completing out the last room, 3 from having quality level 10, and 1 from having just doing the final room. Automatically has a 100% chance of giving you a chest. That's 4 extra chests, which is worth more than keeping the 2x multiplier. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. Oh gosh. I said that like 3 times now. Let me go do that now. I'll do it right after this battle. And I will not forget. Okay, let's go through that down. Then let's Mountain Crusher into... Yeah, we don't have Apothecary. Actually, yes we do. It's not a free turn, but it's enough mana to win with. Okay, and we'll throw that down and go from there. Anyways, let's hand out a code before I forget. And go from there. Anyways, code time. Go grab a code, edit, mark it. Find it wherever on earth it is. Where are you, code? Oh, Salty did give us more, by the way. We have enough for probably till mid-May. Okay, anyways. Put that right there. Backspace, redeem, refresh, paste. Copy the entire thing. Copy, copy. And there goes go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com. Reach the game code section. Let's go take a tribute as well. But yeah, underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there is what your invite code is. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Just go and click the copy paste button on it. And gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. I don't think we have a daily related to that. Let's see. Which one do we take out? Let's actually get rid of the Drifting Sands one. That will get repicked automatically. No, we got to repick into something pointless. Also, I should probably go finish that Damon one. I'm actually really surprised I haven't yet. For 2 free gem keys. We still have not gained a level on this. No clue how. But we're almost there. Get there eventually. Anyways. Here's the code. Let's go and... Oh, I never did the Vault Key of yesterday, by the way. I think I did a Vault Key real quick. Let's go use a quick Sunbird team on it, of course. Now, let me go change this thing's hero class as well. I don't need it on Plague Lord anymore. What's the next one we want to level to max? Let's just put it on Sentinel, I guess. Where's Sentinel? Because I'm surprised I still do not have Sentinel maxed. There we go. Keep it as an option. Because we do need Sentinel to be fully maxed before we can even really start using it for anything, realistically. And even then, it's still barely used compared to Titan and Plague Lord. Biggest issue it has is it doesn't have a natural half mana start. Oh! That's funny. Okay, good thing I didn't repick that one. We got 4 free gold keys from it out of nowhere. No! I mean 4 free gold keys, not gem keys. But anyways, we got another Cedric. I need this on my other account, not on this account. But yeah, those drops are pretty pitiful. We basically just got 5 gems and event key, essentially. And event keys we have essentially infinite of. And that basically just means we got 5 gems. Also, that's like hilariously broken how many event keys we have right now. And I do keep still buying 10 per week, as you can tell by the fact that we do not have a Spoils of War here. Mainly because it only takes 2 clicks. Takes like, what, 2 seconds? And I just do it whenever in this menu. The time that I took to explain it is longer than how long it takes to buy 10 of them. So it's pretty quick these days. Of course, you can only get 10 per week now. But I do buy them every single week now, just because why not? Since it's so quick compared to before. I did wish the buy limit was a little bit higher, though, like 25 or something. I personally don't need more event keys, obviously. But still would be nice if it was just a little bit higher. What to take here? Grab that over. I don't even really need them, though. I just have it just in case of backup. I'm pretty sure the amount of event keys we currently have is already enough. 5,000 is not being depleted anytime soon. That is for sure. Ah, that's stealthy. Ruining my targeting location. So much so, I don't even have a way to kill right here. There we go. Or not. Never mind. It'll just die off a cascade. Oh yeah, Ray, I saw you are now the new guild leader of the number 2 guild in Gems of War on Nintendo Switch version. And unfortunately, we did fall down to number 2. And probably stay there for a little bit until the guild starts getting more trophies again. Haven't been doing too much trophies lately. I'm part of the problem. But yeah, I just haven't had as much time to play the Switch version. Definitely going to be playing on Thursday to try to get the class event done. Not sure when else we'll be playing other than that, though, as far as streams. But I will be streaming on Thursday to get the event done. And hopefully we'll make first. Or tie first, depends how it's going down. Yeah, all my fault we're second. Oh, wait, wrong way. Take the 1.4 room. Why do you think of the weekly event weapon, Order of Chaos? It's pretty underwhelming. At one point, it was an okay dragon counter, but in the current state of the game, no one really runs dragons. It's just not that needed to run dragons. Nor is it really that good of a counter these days. So I would just say ignore it. It's a pretty underwhelming weapon. Of course, if you want it for completionist sake, then maybe consider getting it. But as far as its actual usefulness, it's not anything too special. Oh, so did that egg really live? Well, luckily... Oh, his summon actually allowed me to kill him. That is funny. I would not have been able to win that turn if he did not do that summon. Because it allowed to give a middle target that we could actually hit his entire team with. That's funny. You're level 375 and struggling to complete stage 6 on invasions. Any team tips? Mang. Mang with 3 support troops. What do you need? Mang is Titan at level 40 at minimum with 3 support troops. What those are depends on what you can use or what you have. What event are you currently on? The invasion one? If you're on the normal invasions this week, so you'll have every knight that you could potentially use. So, trying to think of some options that would end up working for that. Well, I know there's Silver Maiden. That's somewhat low level. Not sure if you have it laying around, though. Silver Maiden has no mana conflict, plus it gives it barrier and durability and cleanse. That'd be very useful. But yeah, you just have to double check what you have and just put whatever support troops you need to make it work. So, of course, we'll be restricted to knights, since you're on the normal version. Too many versions now. Let's see. Knights. But yeah, low rarity supports for Mang would be stuff like... definitely not Grave Knight. Let's see. Not too many, actually. Lord Ember would work. It feeds right into him. Would also work good if you had a second red on your team, of course. There's Sir Mordain, if you have him, really good for the event. Obviously, Sir Ebonheart, just good as well. Sir Gawain would be good for mana accumulation into Mang, as well as into a good blue troop that you might have, depending on what that might be. Sir Snothelm you can use as a disable if you have, because he doesn't tangle in web. Oh, never mind, ignore that. Prior to 4x tower, you could use him, but beyond that point, towers have immune to everything he does. So never mind. The Vanguard could feed you yellow if you have anything that uses a lot of yellow on your team that's supporting your knights. And Silver Maiden is the other one that skips. Silver Maiden, probably one of the better ones to use for it, to make sure that your Mang never dies. And it gives a cleanse, a barrier if it doesn't already have it, gives some mana accumulation, and ends up healing itself for a bunch so it doesn't end up dying. So you can just keep living on her as well as on your hero. Wait, never mind. Does she only give it to herself? My bad. Why did I think she was targetable? My bad, never mind. She gives all that to herself. I thought she gave the bonus to herself, but the durability to, I mean, the bonus to the target, but durability to herself. But never mind, all of it's to herself. But still, it makes sure that you don't die, I guess. I guess in that same premise, you could almost even use Winter Knight. But, yeah, any kind of disables or mana accumulation that can help with getting Mang up. Make sure that he stays up and keeps spamming and just one-shots everything and keeps getting browns is going to be your best bet. Sir Gawain overall is probably just well-rounded, the absolute best, if you can get him in event keys. You should be able to get him within about 20 event keys or so. Shouldn't take too many, if you don't already have him. He'd be one of the best supports you can have, not just for the invasion event, but also for this Thursday event. Because resummoning, he's going to be basically the best Knight Summoner that you can use. Or he is the best Knight Summoner you can use. He's even just one of the better summoners in the game in general. But that will end up preserving points during the class event this Thursday. For the Knight Hero class. Oh yeah, Queen Isabel. I forgot to mention that. But yes, obviously Queen Isabel is an insanely good support for Mang. That alone can solo basically anything in the game. Mang into Queen Isabel. You just throw Mang down, throw Queen Isabel into the Mang you just did, and then you instant one-shot pretty much everything. Or two-shot them. Definitely after 2 Mang, she would one-shot everything every cast onto Mang. But someone was asking for low rarity stuff because they're stuck at stage 6. So I assume they don't have Queen Isabel. But if they do, then yes, that would work fantastically. Alright, we'll throw that down, and 1 skull should kill. Problem is, where's our 1 skull? I'll throw a gargoyle at it, I guess. There we go. Oh yeah, we could go opt for Essence. I'm currently not using a half mana start, which is one of the reasons I'm not opting for Essence. But yeah, you can do Essence into Azura. That would work. Yeah, trying to max out Sentinel at the moment. Which I think I was trying to do like a month ago, but then never completed. But I was trying to start it back up again, because we really do need to get Sentinel maxed. You almost never see me using it just because we don't have it maxed. It's because Titan and Plague are going to be always better than Sentinel if we don't have it maxed. There are some instances where Sentinel is better, but it needs to be fully maxed out just like the other ones that we already have. Say hi to Bill Warhammer? Why do you want to say hi to Bill Warhammer? Okay, fine. I'll say hi to Bill Warhammer. Hello, Bill Warhammer. There we go. I don't know why you want me to say hi. But, I'll say hi. There you go. Anyways. Valraven, what do we do with you? Go take a brown for now. Grab our explosion down. Get our gargoyle on a second, which will kill that bird out. And we'll throw it down again. Actually, before we do, let's go move that over. Grab another hit on him. And let's throw another to kill, or that. That works too. And there we go. So what faction are we currently on? 60. Still got 3 to go. But I haven't even claimed any of the rewards yet. Will this be our 5th green in a row? It better not. Come on, blue or purple? Blue! Nice. Okay, we finally broke our 4 green streak into something that isn't awful. Also, speaking about things that aren't awful, if you haven't gotten this weapon yet, it's actually not too bad. You can also get it in Soul Forge for quite a bit cheaper. But, yeah, this weapon does Skull Spam with Entangle. If I'm not mistaken, it is the only thing that both entangles and Skull Spams in a single cast. Normally, the way you would do that is you would place Sylvania Mora on your team, and that would cover it for you. But, yeah, you can also do it with that weapon. And do it in only 1 slot instead of 2. It's not really meta for too many things, however, it is a okay weapon. Okay, what do we even take here? We'll grab the blue. Yourself a brown going. See if we can even get that anywhere is of relevant. Not really. I still need it to get the team rolling, so we're still going to go for it. And then we'll throw Mountain Crusher into all of our follow-ups. Okay, let's throw a Gargoyle down. Throw it right there. Boom. Of course, he instant summons. And we'll throw that onto the exact same spot again. Why not? And one more Gargoyle will kill. Who knows? Maybe he'll kill itself out. It is possible once he has full mana that he just hits it on himself, and then we win. Like that. Oh, there we go. He even had a skull option, but for whatever reason, he just really wanted to cast. Okay, that top's probably better. And it is, so we'll go take the top half, take the bottom, and then take the side too. That's pretty much how this delve always goes down. More often than not. You go to the tier 5 room, you go to the end of the other tier 4 area, and then you go into, what's it called? And then you go into, the level 2 rooms, and then you just go to the boss. How did that live? Not good. And dead. Okay, we'll move that down. Grab ourselves a brown surge since we have so much mana into it. That'll give us our mountain. Get everything rolling. Now we double Gargoyle. We should kill out most of his team. By most of his team, I mean literally everything lives. Amazing. Okay, what do we do is follow up there. I guess we'll do that on some red there. Like a Gargoyle onto you, and hopefully the explosions will kill out the other one. And no, not with your life gain, it won't. Too much life. I would have died too if it wasn't for that life, and then we'll skull poke it. There we go. Anyways, take this, take the other one. We'll take the top 2, go from there. Okay, we'll take that down, grab all that, take an Apothecary, throw it all into greens. Get a hit right there. Grab a hit right there. Throw a hit on first. And hopefully he dies to 1 random hit somewhere. There we go. Take this guy out. Oh, this is one of those new rooms too with the annoying Gluttony. The 20% Devour on it. Plus has immune to Devour, which makes it annoying when you're trying to use Iron Gut and stuff. Now we'll throw that down. Get our double kill, throw it down again, get our double kill, and that should be match. There we go, and dead. Almost dead. And dead. And now that we take out the other 2 rooms, which should die pretty easily. Also, we should have next rewards here. Nope, not quite yet. We'll go take out, let's see, which one do we want to go for? We'll just take this one for now. Then we'll go head over to the other one. Okay, what do we need here? Let's go grab ourselves a green over there. Take an Apothecary down onto nothing good. Good for blue, I guess. That'll at least be full mana to get things rolling with. I guess we'll preemptively throw that Gargoyle. Because we only need 1 more Gargoyle to even win with anyways. Unfortunately, neither of them got up, but we'll do that. No, neither of them up. Here, have a Mountain Crusher. What happens when you block a when you block a troop with its exact same mana? Always annoying when that happens. Yeah, okay, take this one, take bottom right, go from there. And then we should only need 2 more delves, as far as the score is concerned. Okay, get Apothecary there, get all of the conversion going. Throw Gargoyle number 1 onto... Ooh, we don't have a good spot for it, do we? Well, kill it first slot, I guess. Get that out of the way. And it looks like we'll have to take 3 casts because of how weird his stealthy is. There we go, not too big a deal. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to redeem the redeem code. It should still be active, probably for another 10-20 minutes or so. Which is also about how long we'll be streaming, about another 10-20 minutes or so. So it works out perfectly. Now we'll take the blue over, grab that Apothecary down on our many options that are left on the board. Throw down a double Gargoyle into that mess. Take a skull for now. Throw that, actually we'll take that for now. Throw that Gargoyle onto his second. Throw it onto his last. And something actually die. We'll take that onto his there, and then we'll kill it with a skull. Even with his reduction, that's still enough to kill. Problem is actually getting one. And there we go. Claim all of our loot. And there. And there should be another vault key, which will go open up immediately. Been opening up all the vault keys immediately lately. What do we have? Let's go with this. Still use Sentinel. Doesn't actually matter since we only really need Sunbird to kill it out with. Come on, shiny orb. Like a shiny purple would be great. That'd be 75 gem keys, basically. Definitely would love that. Let's see, what do we have? We have ourselves 50 useless diamonds with 3 event keys and a gem key. Well, a little bit better than the previous vault key, but still pretty bad. A bunch of event keys we don't really need. Diamonds, which we don't really need. So really all we got was a gem key, I guess. Which is quite unfortunate, to say the least. Oh well, let's keep going. Okay. What to take here? Let's go get a Mountain Crusher going. Grab a Convert over there. Get a hit over there, and then throw it into his last slots. Do you go over some teams that can be used to go deeper? Like 200 or so? That is slightly different for every single delve. However, some options that tend to be good around that level range is replacing Gargoyles with Ketris, using Ubistet, using things like Megavore into Weaver. Combos like that tend to be pretty decent at like the 200 to 300 range or so, or more so like the 100, all the way from 100 to around 250 to 300 or so. But yeah, around that level range, teams like those tend to work. Things that have pretty good boost ratios based on their stats that are better than Gargoyle, that take a lot more mana. Yeah, Ubistek, Ketris, Megavore, Weaver, Arachnean Weaver, stuff like that tends to be used around that level range. And then once you get to the higher level range, you start using things like High King, Iron Gut, Possess King, Dragon's Eye, Essence of Evil if you weren't already, Mang, which you'd pretty much use for all the previous ones as well. I'm forgetting one. Zugoff, and stuff like that. And High King, Iron Gut, if I didn't already mention it, obviously. Probably one of the best delve troops in the entire game, actually, High King, Iron Gut. Even better than Zugoff, even though Zugoff is pretty good. Speaking of that, if we really wanted to, maybe I'll go test that for our next delve after we finish this one. We actually can use the normal High King Iron Gut team here. I'm pretty sure doing it this early would be a little bit overkill. But we can use, in this delve, Mountain Crusher, High King Iron Gut, Zugoff Possess King. That is allowed in this current delve that we are doing. So if we really, really wanted to, it is available as an option. Also, why did I do that? I keep accidentally killing the one in between. Not supposed to do that. Because then you have a weird situation where that will not kill. Whereas if I would have done it there and then there, we would have won. There we go. You just found the treasure room in tier 5? Yes. Similar to how the KrissTigger treasure room can appear over top of other tier 4s, the new Deathmark tier 5 treasure room can appear over top of other tier 5s. It's very rare that that would occur, but it is possible. But yeah, we saw the same thing with KrissTigger. KrissTigger appears occasionally on normal tier 4s. Tier 4s that are not treasure rooms, but you can still find the treasure room on top of it. That's not the case for a lot of them, but for whatever reason, with some of them, it does appear to be the case. Also, why did I do the same mistake again? Whoops. Oh, there we go. And one skull will kill it, or really anything at this point to poke it with. And dead. Yeah, Iron Gut team is a little bit towards the slower side at lower levels because you don't have the instant devour. Unless you have the kingdom upgraded a lot. Zugaf isn't that slow at low levels though, because it does get the skull spam option, which ends up speeding it up quite a bit. Okay, where can we get this gargoyle? I'll throw that right over there. And let's kill that out. And he just dies to random skull. I do find it really hilarious how ridiculously good gargoyle is in Delves compared to any other location. Like how good it is in Delves compared to how okay it is in PvP is such a gigantic difference. We'd almost never really use it in PvP. It's almost the best option for all low-level Delves because of how it's scaled. Oh, that's going to be 0 explosions. I need to not do that. Also, on my, it was off stream, but on my Nintendo Switch account last night, I had a worm. What's his name? What's his name? Oh, completely forget that worm's name now. But, that worm ended up devouring me on 5% last night and almost made me lose the entire delve. It was pretty funny. Because obviously, if the hero if the worm ends up killing our hero, it ends up setting us back a lot. Since our hero is like almost our entire team in early game. Still managed to win, but it was a really annoying battle. Made the rest of delve annoying. It seems like he never gets it, but that 5% can just trigger and devour you out of nowhere. Yeah, Krog the Dread. That's the word I was looking for. That's him. He's pretty useless in most instances, though. He actually has, not rock worms. He has, what's his name? He has, Great Maul's old trait that he used to have. Great Maul used to have a 15% devour rate, whenever it does skull. And then it was nerfed to 10%. And then it was completely nerfed and given a completely new trait, but instead they gave Krog the Dread the 5%. When they end up adding him in at about a month or two after the nerf. Yeah, at one point, that used to be as high as 15%, and it used to be on Great Maul instead of Krog the Dread. But then they nerfed it twice and then just gave it to Krog the Dread instead at only 5%. Yes, it has 5% chance to devour every single time it does damage with skulls. Which is very rare, but when it triggers, that is obviously quite devastating, assuming the troop does not have immune. Let's see. We'll go and throw a hit down. Get that down. And the only reason he was still able to devour is I was using, what's it called? Dragon Guard hero class still. Because I forgot to switch. I forgot to switch it. Because I was using that for the Thursday event last week. Because last Thursday event on Switch was the class event for Dragon's Claw. Oh, oy. Where were we? Let's see. We'll take the red there. Get a skull over. Get our explosion there. Okay, he's webbed us again. That's not too big a deal since we could just remove it if we really want to. I'm actually gonna do that there. Because we're not going to be able to kill anyways in one more hit, so might as well just give it a different target. And hopefully that's enough to go all in to kill. No, it is not. It's only another poke. Yeah, just for fun real quick, I do actually want to go test the Iron Gut team real quick at this level range. Probably not worth it. But I do want to see for this final battle. Because it should be the last delve we need, and then just like one extra battle on the other thing. Let's go test it real quick. Fight. Get rid of this, or not get rid of that, but let's see. Let's put a Iron Gut in there. Let's go get a Zugoff, which we'll be able to kill with Skull Spam still for pickup. And Possess King, of course. Okay, and Banner, I guess we could technically keep as is. Don't really think we need to change it much more beyond that. And we'll just roll with that then. Don't think we need any other modifications. We're still using Sentinel just so we can get some XP on it. Yeah, let's just go give it a test real quick, see how it does here. It probably is going to be slower though, still. Especially since we don't have fast Mountain Crusher. That's just going to be an issue in general. But if we take one brown, the enchant is almost enough that it just goes up anyway, so not too much slower. We'll throw that down, get our Devour. Come on, one Devour is not even 100%. But this is one of the weaker battles, though. Very first one, with almost no stats. Zugoff is where we get the quicker value from, though. Cast that Zugoff down, you basically get a double, even triple kill this early on in the delves. Which is not too bad at all. Randomly picking up a triple off of a Zugoff. Okay, well, luckily we get immediate Mountain Crusher. Those two will just keep getting their mana up over time. We'll throw a Devourer onto... You don't have immune, right? No, you do not have immune, so we'll do it on you, so we don't get converted. Then we just instant kill, like, Florian or something. And then we just clip him with, I guess just Devour at this point, since Double Skull will not be... Or Double Skull will be, actually, never mind. Take that into Skull again. There we go. I guess I could have just threw the Devour as well. 88% probably would have clipped him. Oh yeah, I forgot to scout. What number is that? A 1.3, 1.25. I actually do have to scout all of these now because that is why. It's possible to find a 1.4, which is really annoying because it makes it so you actually have to look at tier 4s now. But yeah, now that they added a 1.4, it is possible that these paths are better. Okay, we'll Devour that. Good. Wow, he's actually at 100% Devour rate, even though he's doesn't have the highest of attack. First, whenever we don't need him Devouring, he just gets it constantly. How it normally goes down. Okay, let's kill him. There we go. Oh yeah, it's actually going slightly quicker right now. So we are getting a bit lucky with his Devour rate so far. Even though it's going slightly quicker, that's mainly because his Devour rate has been at 100%, even though it's only at 56 so far. So he's doing way above average. Yeah, look at that. He just does not want to stop devouring. He's really hungry today. He is very, very hungry. Oops, did I just... Oh, never mind. Oh, no! Wow, he managed to miss on 7% chance. Or, you know, he had a 93% chance to succeed. 7% he wouldn't, but he somehow still hit the 7%. Amazing. I'm pretty sure we could have him at 99% and he still might manage to find a way to miss his Devour twice in a row. For a second I thought it had immune, but no, it just didn't trigger off that very, very small percent that it had to miss. I will instant kill. I should almost go for Gluttony immediately. It's the only thing on his entire team that's even a threat. And then we'll just go Mountain Crusher into whatever else we get. And it was Devour into... Oh, I could just Skull Poke them. Oh, there we go. Luckily the Cascade gets it for us. There we go. Okay, so we'll take this room and then we'll take the 2-2 rooms. The 2 rooms can't go beyond 1.2 at the current moment in time. So we already know they are way below this 1.3. Also, this delve has no natural treasure rooms either, which is kind of weird. Mainly because every single delve these days just keeps getting treasure rooms. Kind of odd when a delve has none now. There's only, actually 3 delves that technically have no treasure rooms. They're still possible because treasure rooms can occasionally appear on like some of the other rooms that they have, but there's no actual like designated treasure rooms or even chance of treasure rooms. The only reason they appear there is because they overlap in the other drop table slightly. But yeah, there's 3 delves, if I'm not mistaken, that technically have 0 treasure rooms, even though you'll ever so occasionally see them there. They're not actually treasure room spots though. But it is Hall of Guardians, All-Seeing Eye, which are the 2 first ones added, and Sea of Sorrows are the only 3 that technically have no treasure rooms. Every other place has at least one designated location where a treasure room will always appear or have a really high chance of appearing. Okay, what do we even take here? Take a brown for now. Let's get a mountain crusher going. Who's the more annoying one? I guess we'll take out his last slot. Oh no, no Devour. And that's where he slows down a lot, is when he doesn't get his Devour like 3 times in a row. Okay, I'm actually just gonna target that directly, so we don't have to deal with them. Okay, come on, Devour. Good. And now we just need Zugoff. I don't have any drop for him, so let's throw a Mountain Crusher. That last little bit of mana. Come on, Zugoff. And it should be max. There we go. And now let's kill it. He has immune to Devour, so we must just go with that. And down it goes. Okay, we'll take this one and then go into the bottom right there. Probably spent 3,000 Chaos Shards and still can't get Luna from Warrens. That is insanely unlucky. Normally it takes about 1,000 or 2,000 or so. Not getting in that many is actually really, really unlucky. Alright, we'll go for Grapple Pot just to make sure she doesn't keep healing them. Grab that because mana. Still not enough to get anything going though, but we'll do that. Try for Sky Skull. Apparently this gives it to him instead. We'll go get rid of Goblin Rocket. And one more instant kill will kill. And should be able to just devour it. There we go. Okay, so we'll take this, and actually, depending on how our multipliers are, we might actually be able to make that just with this room. Even if not, we just have to do like 1 or 2 more extra battles, and then we got it. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Because as soon as we get that orb, I'll pretty much just be wrapping up the stream for now. I will be finishing up the other battles. I'll just be doing them off stream, as well as our normal daily dungeons and all that good stuff. Yeah, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over real quick, let me know. Because it's probably this battle and then 1 more battle, and that'll probably be it until we get the final orb. I guess we'll stick with this team. If nothing else, even if it goes a little bit slower, I just need to get used to using this team. Only recently started using it, but a lot of delves it's actually the most optimal build for I think 4 delves can use this, if I'm not mistaken. This exact team with no substitutions. I believe about 4 delves or so can use it. Either 3 or 4. Need to go double check. But for all of them that can use it, it's the most optimal team, I believe, in the entire game. Of course, not for the earlier ones, but oh, good practice, if nothing else. Hey, we did it! We actually did it! Of course, the day that we buy 90 gems worth. That's kind of funny, though. But yeah, we could have saved 90 gems today. We did not need either of these 2. We would have reached it with just tier 80 thingy. So we did not need any of those extra battles, those 2 that we bought. So cool. We could have saved 90 gems. A little late, though. That's the only problem with potions, too. Because even at default, even if you're just going for the absolute minimum, it makes you waste that minimum 30 gems, because there's still some times where you'll be able to do it without the 30 gems. But you're always going to want to buy it immediately, obviously, because you want that enchant potion in order to get that 2 mana per turn. So I didn't even think about that. It forces you to buy tier 1. It forces you there to buy tier 2. It forces you on invasions to buy tier 4 if you would have bought in tier 3, and because of the portrait thingy. And then it forces you, if you would have normally bought the most optimal of tier 4, to go buy tier 5 because of the emoji thingy. So, yeah, they set up like everything with that to try to get you to spend more gems. They really want to start trying to sink those gems. It's funny. But at least they're doing it in a way that still rewards you with something, if nothing else. Anyways, I'll be doing the rest off stream. Before I grab that orb, see what we actually got out of it. That was the whole point of even getting it right now. Is what on earth do we have? Please be another blue. Small blues are amazing. Okay, small purple. That's fine. 15 gem keys into our stack of near infinite gem keys at this point. I think we're sitting on, if you count all the guild seals we have from all of our orbs and just the pile we have, I believe we are sitting on 11,000 gem keys. It's 10,000 to 11,000. I forget the exact count at the time or at the moment. We'd have to go count it all up. We do have about 11,000 gem keys right now. I know that doesn't say 11,000, but if you count all the seals from the orbs in that pile, it comes out to about 11,000. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. I'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At this point, that's like 2 hours prior to now tomorrow, basically. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Mainly just going to be messing with invasions and some other stuff. The pet tomorrow is an Easter pet, but it's completely cosmetic and is completely pointless. So, also, that thing looks scary. That looks like a Halloween pet right there. But, yeah, we're getting that thing tomorrow, whatever on earth that thing is. And it looks like a mix of like a bird and a bunny, kind of. I don't even know what that thing is. It's a monstrosity. But anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.